All right, coming back once again, talking about secular music. And the title of this video, just shut up. That's your belief. Shut up and that's your belief. If you don't like it, don't listen to it and don't criticize others. Shut up and that's your belief because it sure ain't scripture what you talking about. Now, big shout out to everybody around the world who loves R&B music, who loves the blues, who loves jazz. I ain't talking about just gospel. Because I'm finna hit on some stuff in this video, and somebody done already cut their camera off because they too holding it down. Now, if you got a family reunion going on, why in the world would you go to your family reunion putting on John P. Key, putting on Father, I Stretch My Hands to Thee, putting on Amazing Grace? How you gonna electric slide off Amazing Grace? Oh, somebody don't dance either. Big shout out to all the people who dance, who have fun in life, who experience different things in life to have fun. Because if you staying stuck up on gospel all day, I feel sorry for you. That's your belief. Shut up and just keep your comments to yourself. Stop telling folks they going to hell and they serving two masters because they listening to that old school. They listening to that R&B. Even the rap. Big shout out to all the gospel rappers also. People, period, around the world. If you love music, just throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. You know what? I did a video about this a while back about secular music and all these preachers that be telling you, oh, you going to hell because you listen to that. And I did that video and I said, preachers, what do you listen to when you make love to your wife, if you're making love at all? What do you cut on in your bedroom? Matter of fact, what did you get? What did you listen to get your woman that's your wife now? And you got people who got this whole conflict about this beautiful music. Now, we all know people take music and abuse it. Just like people take all sins and abuse it. Ain't no sin greater than the other. But how in the world have secular music became a sin? How have dancing became a sin when you dancing with your girlfriend? And what's cold, you got folks married and talking about they only listen to gospel music. Oh, I thank God for Stevie Wonder. I thank God for Ray Charles. I thank God for the Elements. I thank God for Frankie Beverly and Mays and Marvin Gaye and Sam Cooke and Midnight Star and so on and so on. Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin, the old school, you name it. Because without that music, we wouldn't be where we are today. And a lot of youngsters done forgotten where the music came from. How many youngsters done stole James Brown beat and sampled it and made it rap? When you do your history on all old school music, I guarantee you're going to hear most of it right now being changed around. Because that's where it started. And the problem with it, man, I don't understand is you got all these folks talking about that music. Well, what do you think they playing in church now? Uh-oh. What do you think the music is in church now? Don't you hear Gap Band in these songs? Don't you hear the old school music in these songs? The lyrics just unchanged. I'm going to say this again, man. I'm going to say this again. All this church music. Amazing Grace. If you take the lyrics off Amazing Grace, do they make it a secular song? The music still secular? Because I don't know about y'all, but the same A-flat chord I hit in Amazing Grace is the same A-flat chord I play in the Marvin Gaye song. I ain't never seen nobody say it all. The keys done changed. That's a different name because you playing it in Johnny Taylor's song and Stevie Wonder's song. No, it's the same damn chord. And this is just stupid to have people sitting around there talking about all music is bad. Oh, that's the devil's music. You playing the devil's music. You must got the devil in you. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to hang around nobody that's listening to that gospel all day. I'm sorry. Because I'm not churchy all day. When I leave church, I ain't finna cut on no church music. I got my MP3s and iPods of all my favorite music. See, people don't like when I say that. Oh, brother, you supposed to have the spirit in you. Just because I am listening at Barry White or something don't mean I don't have the spirit of the Lord. It's a time and a season for everything. That's what I say with Ecclesiastes chapter 3 also. There is a time to listen to gospel music. Then there's a time to listen to jazz. There is a time to sit back and kick your shoes off and listen to R&B. And most of the time, that's what I'm going to listen to. I'm going to get my wine or put my beer in my hand or whatever I'm going to drink, and I'm going to chill and have fun. Oh, you drinking. Now you really going to hell now. Get it right. Drinking is not the sin. It's the drunkenness. Why do you think God put all this beautiful stuff out here? You got all kind of music nowadays. Now, if you listen to something that's going to mess your mind up, don't listen to it. But even if you take music away and you ain't listening to some still going to mess your mind up. You're going to see that fine woman you want to sleep with. You're going to start lying about something. You're going to start cussing somebody out. But folks want to just focus on music. Well, that's your opinion. Just shut up and keep that to yourself because you're not going to support it scripturally. Like I said in my old video, when King David was such a skillful musician, he could sing, he was handsome, he could do that poetry. When he played, how beautiful he played. I never told you what kind of music David played to get them old evil spirits calmed out of Saul. But we know David played beautifully. Now, he could have just been playing music. One of y'all gonna say he was playing devil music, like y'all was there. I'm act just like Minnie Man in this video. How many of y'all done died and went to heaven and can come back and tell us what kind of music do the Lord like? I can't throw my hand up. I ain't never met God yet. I'm trying to get there. But who are you to say, oh, he like this music, like you sat on the throne with him? He don't like this. He don't like movies. You don't know what God like. Your thoughts can't reach God's thoughts. I know one thing he don't like, you going around here judging folks and sending them to hell quick. Oh, I went off of this video on somebody. Hey, the truth got to be told. Music is beautiful. It's a form of artist creation, and it comes from the heart. Man, I heard more church and half of the blues songs I listen to. And people want to talk about secular music in the world when you got half of these praise teams and folks in there dancing like they in the club. Dropping it like it's hot in front of the church. Oh, but you talking about the secular music. What about what's going on in the house of God? Uh-oh. What about the praise team that's sleeping with the praise team? What about the minister of music sleeping with the praise team? What about that stuff? But you want to focus on, oh, that music is bad. Well, if you take all the music away right now, all the music, what would you have? Dude got mad at me in my old video because I said, if you take all the homosexuals out of the church, you ain't got no music ministry. Can I keep it real? Nothing against them. I love them. I embrace the sinner, but I don't embrace sin. You take all the homosexuals out of the church right now, that's most music staff's gone. And in the choir stand. So when you want to just focus on secular music and telling folks it ain't good, you got a problem. You got a boring life. I got kin folks like that. That's why nobody want to be around them. You can't listen to that music. You can't play dominoes. You can't drink. You can't do this. You're talking too loud. You sitting at the wrong part of the table. You walked up the wrong step. Man, shut up. That's why you be bored with folks like that. Have some fun. Hit that dance floor. Groove with your lady. Listen at your music with your woman. I thank God that I growed up listening at old school. I thank God that my mom and daddy wasn't holding it down. And to this day, they keep it real. I thank God my pop showed me all that music, all those records and all that old stuff I know before I was even born. I can go back to the 50s, the 60s. It don't matter. I was trained in old school. That's how I learned how to play, not church. I learned how to play this keyboard listening at Marvin Gaye. Didn't pop. My favorite songs. Listening at Grover Washington Jr., Mr. Magic, and so on others, that Wine Light album. You have to learn how to have balance. That's why I talk about Ecclesiastes chapter 3 so much. When it says it's a time to laugh and then it's a time to cry, when it's a time for everything, time and a purpose for everything under the heavens, that let me know that I ain't got to be all churchy all the time. When it says a time for everything, that word everything, well, why would I want to just listen to that gospel all the time? Why do I want to just go to church all the time? Why I can't go to the comedy club? Why I can't go to the bowling alley? Why I can't go to the skating ring? Why I can't just go walk around the park and enjoy my life? Some of these folks won't even go to the park because the devil is at the park. Well, folks, the devil is in your own damn house, working on you. He ain't left. He right there. The devil is right there in the church, sitting on the pew beside you. Let me say this again. The devil is not spending time on folks he already got. He's getting the folks who call themselves Christians and following God. That's why you have so much trouble every day. And if you ain't having trouble, then the devil already got you. Let me say that again. I like that. If you're not experiencing no kind of trouble and trials and tribulations in your life, the devil already got you. Because the Lord say, in this life, you're going to have trials and tribulations. I don't know why folks think the devil done left them alone. He ain't in this church. Man, the devil the devil in all these churches. Thing is, can you keep it under control and tell the devil to be gone like Jesus did when he was in the wilderness, fasting for 40 days and 40 nights? See, we don't tell the devil to be gone. We welcome him in. All this conflict about secular music. That's your belief, just shut up. You don't like it, don't listen to it, but don't criticize the artists or the people that listen to it. They love it. Just because you don't like it, why you want everybody else to not like it? You most don't like yourself. That's why I love hanging around the real pastors. We get in the car, we ain't listening to that gospel, and we ain't finna talk about church half the time. This is why so many brotherhoods are so boring. You go to church, you do the same thing. Why you ain't got to go to church to have the brotherhood? See, my brotherhood is outside of church. My brotherhood is when I meet up with my brothers, whether you a pastor or you a cousin or uncle or whatever, and we go sit down and eat, have fun, talk about things in life, and become better men. Ain't got to be sitting in the church, read scriptures all day long and then pray and go home. That gets boring. There's a time of the season for everything. If you're going to grow, you need to do something you ain't never done before. That's how you draw people in your church. Going outside of your little comfort zone, doing something you ain't never done before. One thing I liked about my pastor, we had a carnival outside, and he said, I want y'all to bring the equipment outside, and I want the band to be there, and I don't want to hear not one church music. He said, I want the old school music. He said, we hear church music every Sunday. He said, when I get in my truck, I don't want to hear church music all the time. And we went right outside. Oh, somebody didn't agree with that. Oh, you was on holy ground playing secular music. That's your belief? Shut up and keep it to yourself. Music is beautiful. Now, people abuse it just like they abuse sex, just like they abuse drinking. People call wine a sin. People say that Jesus didn't make sin. It was great. What was that? Grape juice. Come on, people. Grape juice? Do you really think it was grape juice? How was Noah able to get drunk off grape juice? I'm going to leave on that note. That's your belief. You don't like secular music, shut up. Keep it to yourself. Y'all be blessed.